Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced to 50 months in prison. That is 50 months in prison. Far less than the 11 years requested, far more than the 14 months. He will not walk out of the door behind me in the courtroom today. He will not be a free man for 50 months. The judge says, which is a little shy of 4.25 years. This is a serious sentence that reflects the gravity of your crimes and conducts.
I think that Diddy was over-sentenced, and let me tell you why. At this point in time, he only has the charge of transporting somebody for prostitution in New York.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yo, what is going on? Where my name is Kemi with Kemi Loki TV. Listen, man, I'm not too big and I'm not too little. Just don't underestimate your boy, because I can. What's going on?
Steve.
All right, let's go straight to it, man. You see what's going on with Diddy?
Yes, they gave my boy 4 years.
4 years. That is insane, man. That is insane. All right, so with that being said, before we give our opinion, let's check out this video and then we're gonna react on it.
All right.
Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced to 50 months in prison. That is 50 months in prison. Far less than the 11 years requested, far more than the 14 months. He will not walk out of the door behind me in the courtroom today. He will not be a free man for 50 months. The judge says, which is a little shy of 4.25 years. This is a serious sentence that reflects the gravity of your crimes and conducts. He also says this is a hard time away from your family, but also notes that Combs will have a life after prison, after 50 months. This is demonstrating to the court the gravity of the crimes and the conduct, Casey. Here you have it, 50 months for the two charges, transportation for the purpose of prostitution, the Mann Act violations. They tried very hard as a defense today, Casey, to suggest that would be a high sentence given the fact that the defense says he did not financially benefit and profit from these so-called prostitution acts. The judge rejecting it almost out of hand, sentencing the music mogul, convicted in July by a jury of his peers, to 50 months in prison.
And Lisa France, I'd like to talk to you for a second about.
All right, so what is your opinion, because what do you think?
I think that it's fair. Again, I don't believe there was any kids involved, and I don't believe he took anything. So, seems like everybody that was involved was willing participants.
Mm-hmm.
So, you feel me? 50 months. He getting a little time served. We'll be seeing Diddy back real soon.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people, even people that don't like him, people that don't like him at all, they say that's bullshit.
Like, that's too much or too little.
That's way too much. Yes.
See, I was thinking it was like, you remember when the trial first started, they thought this man was never going to get out. So I'm happy he has a release date.
There's a lawyer, like I said, people that don't even like him. Let's play his video and then we're gonna give more opinion.
And what do I think about it as the founder of Federal Prison Tips and one of the most watched influencers in the federal prison space? I think that Diddy was over-sentenced, and let me tell you why. At this point in time, he only has the charge of transporting somebody for prostitution in New York. And as I've said before in some TikTok lives and probably some TikTok videos, when you're a business person in New York and you're in Manhattan, most of the prostitutes come from New Jersey or from Philadelphia or from Atlantic City, not from New York City, unless you're down on 8th Street or something like that. But that's a whole story for another day. So there are millions of men out there that have done the same crime that they just sentenced Diddy to 50 months in federal prison. They should have thrown the whole thing out the window after he didn't get those RICO and sex trafficking charges. And will Diddy get out of federal prison? Well, he is fully SCA and FSA eligible because, believe it or not, transportation for prostitution is 100% FSA eligible. So, in order to calculate a statutory maximum home confinement eligibility date, you take the day that he went into custody, which was September 16th, 2024, and we're going to add 50 months to that. Then we're going to reduce it to the 85% between those 2 dates. And then we actually start counting his FSA not from that September date, but from today, because he's sentenced as of today. And we add that FSA award and the SCA award on top, and he is home November 27th, 2026. His statutory maximum home confinement eligibility date will be November 27th, 2026, which will be Black Friday 2026. He'll be out shopping with everybody else. Are you?
Oh man, you see, over sentence. Like I said, it's not just him. A lot of people, some guys that don't even like him, they're like, bro, that is. I think somebody up high definitely did that.
No, definitely. And with all the charges, again, he had some crazy charges. It's almost like they just needed to pick him up for a while.
Yep. But then again, like we always say, you reap what you sow, man.
Bingo.
I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Diddy.
Bingo.
And the thing is, when you keep on going, keep going, it damn near become normal.
Bingo. And you feel me? Ultimate power corrupts power. So it's like sometimes when you have too much power, you're not used to a bit saying no. You're used to having your way. Like, what is the law?
Yeah, facts. And the most expensive thing you can spend is time. Yeah, they take it away from you. They take it away from you, man. But anyways, we got the last story.